The doctor is in. That's our weekly medical segment that we do every Tuesday. And joining us is the doctor himself, Dr. Ira Zunin. He's going to be talking about the truths about weight loss, the myths and truths. And Dr. Zunin is from the Manukau o Malama Integrative Clinic. Good morning, Dr. Z.
Morning,
Thanks for joining us.
Good to see you again.
So what is the biggest myth about weight loss?
Well, that there's a quick fix. The biggest myth is that we can get it off and keep it off whenever we want to. There's a little more to it.
And so obviously a huge problem, obesity, an epidemic, and a lot of people are choosing dieting, but some of these diets can be dangerous, right?
They sure can be dangerous, whether we do a crash exercise program or a crash weight loss diet, either by fasting immediately, going from 60 to 0 very quickly, or by taking diet pills. There can be danger in all these ways of trying to do it.
And you know, so many people are trying to lose weight, and you know, the weight loss industry is a mega industry. So what can people really do and kind of cut through the fat, as you could say?
Well, I think the first thing is really watch what we take in. Remember the POG, the high fructose corn syrup, the sodas, the white foods, rice, white potatoes, white sugar. And then also look at the comfort eating. We don't always eat when we're hungry, if you may have noticed. On the other side, if you're going to ease into an exercise program, do it under medical advice if you're significantly overweight, and do something that's fun, doable, enjoyable. Stay with it.
All right. Moving on to another topic, sunscreens. You know, there's a new report that just came out this morning from the Environmental Working Group. It said that 4 out of 5 brand name sunscreens don't properly protect you and may contain harmful chemicals. And then the report goes on to say that some of the leading brands like Coppertone, Neutrogena, and Banana Boat are among the poorest performers. I was actually really shocked when I read this study because I use some of those brands. What do you think about it?
Well, I tell you, if you look at the names, you may not be as shocked. If you remember, Coppertone came out even before we were worried about skin cancer. It was there to give us a tan, and that's still a big part of what it does. You wouldn't call it Coppertone if you were really bringing a product out to protect you against skin cancer. Neutrogena is really a skin line. It's really for there to be gentle and user friendly and comfortable for the skin. And I'm not surprised that neither of these are really doing the job to stop that UV.
Really quickly, do you recommend any brands, and what should people do to protect their skin?
Well, I don't recommend any particular brands at this time, but I think the evidence is still coming out, and there's a lot that's just emerging now in this field. But the most important thing is to realize that when you put it on, it doesn't mean you're bulletproof from those UV rays. And to also take measures to not be in the sun during high noon. Try to stay to early to mid-morning, mid to late afternoon when those rays are a little lower down in the sky and not as harmful.
All right. Dr. Zunin, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Now, if you have a question for Dr. Ira Zunin, you can write to us at morningmail@kitv.com, or you can go to kitv.com/thismorning. That's our morning show mini site, and the doctor will answer your question. We'll be right back. You're watching KITV4, your Island Television News this morning. It is 5:52.